Alright, hi everybody, it's the Mature Simmer here. So, first round in the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming up, getting ready to start this event. The goals I have for this series are to get to master level difficulty so that ultimately I can begin playing TGC tours and be competitive. I'm working to get a bunch of legendary fittings on my clubs, so we get a reward at the end of each round. You need to save those up and upgrade them as necessary. So I've got one set of clubs. My irons are fully fitted out, so kind of my most expensive prospects should be done. And I think I've got at least one other set of clubs that I have two fittings on. So I'm getting close, but I think it's probably going to take a little bit more than this season to get there, but we'll see. It would be great if I could start the second season of the Pga Tour with everything kind of dialed in there on the fittings and then just be focusing on the gameplay entirely. I've played both of these rivals before, obviously not beat either one of them yet, so we're going to have a crack at someone here. We'll see who it gives us, but let's get going. Alright, so we're going to go with Brooke Henderson this time. First time through, I let them talk.
In association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Rocket Mortgage Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
All right, Beamer, your thoughts on Brooke and her rivalry?
It was Brooke who won their most recent encounter, so let's expect some fireworks this week, Luke.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
All right. Windy day. My look at this course right now, a lot of tree-lined holes. This can be a problem if I can't control my swing. So, and another one of those where the projected cut shows up right at the beginning, which is interesting. So, I do have my mortgage with Rocket Mortgage, which is kind of funny. So, it's nice to be playing in their tournament. Let's see how that all fares.
Gotta say, just some of the best rhythm in the game.
Now, I think that was mainly the crosswind that, and I didn't compensate for that much, but I wanted to be careful. This is going to go mainly over, but it's going to go up too, so let me try that. Hopefully this will work out for me. Relatively flat lie on the ground here. Alright, not bad. Well, it hit the trees. You could hear that.
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Looks like it'll move a bit. I had terrible, terrible luck reading the greens on the last course. Hopefully that doesn't continue into this event. It just did not move.
Pretty good chance here.
But it was a decent stroke. Alright, Brooks already starting to run away from me.
Bombs away. This is probably one of the strongest par fours on this golf course. Basically just a straightaway hole. Just take driver out and get with it. Second shot should be coming into this green with some kind of short to mid iron.
Alright. Wind kind of blowing back right at me. Yeah, it's definitely moving it over. Looks like the driving range or something is next to us there. We got the fence.
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
So let's see. If I go to 200, that'll move me to 186. So let me go back a bit more. I Again, relatively flat, so we should be okay here.
Looks to be
Alright,
going
that
with the
should
forehand.
work.
Just needs a little
Wow.
bit more of a kick to the right.
That blew way back more than I
And now
expected.
over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's looking good. She's currently one ahead of her rival today.
So part of what happens sometimes is the pros do really, really well.
Scorecard filled
It's
with
good to
threes,
see
never
that
hurts.
she
Good luck to make
missed.
this.
Let's see what we can do to get close at least.
Oh,
Ah.
so close.
That was
It's
a
just about 3
good,
feet away.
shot.
Job done. Let's head to the
Ooh,
next.
nice little lake with
So no
Rocket
movement
Mortgage in there.
The player remains at even par.
Lake, pond,
Reached the third
whatever.
hole, not too dissimilar to the first.
It's not in length. 390 yards from the back of the tee. Again, need to hit something about 280 yards to get it past the fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Again, with a short iron in their hand, players are looking to make birdie.
Alright, what I like here is I don't see this corridor of trees for the first time, so it gives me a little bit of hope that the whole course won't be that way. We'll see.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
And playing this one from around 120 yards out.
Alright,
Breeze coming
Woo.
right into his melon.
alright, let's see. So, 14 yards, that's going to put me at 124. So, I'm going to try that, and we'll see what that looks like. A little bit more fast than I would have liked, but at least
Getting ready to play their
kind of
third.
stuck on the fringe. Oh, not, well, actually that worked.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
I'm like, that is not going to move at all, but it did alright.
Hey, that's a chance.
Alright,
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
Yeah, she's up ahead. She's actually one in front of her rival.
Oh, what a gorgeous
wow,
looking shot
that is a
Rich.
great shot.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now.
Alright, she's still up by 1.
Par 5 fourth is a monster, 616 yards.
This is a big par 5, isn't
Wow,
it?
at least we have the
Tee
wind
shot,
with
If you
us.
have any hope of reaching this green in 2, must find the fairway, avoiding the fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. From there, you'd have to hit a really strong 3-wood, moving it from right to left to try and chase it up onto this green. Laying it up short and right of that fairway bunker might be the play for most players, setting up a pretty easy pitch shot for their third.
Alright, let's hope for the best here. Oh my god. Why is it every time I'm like
Quite the
focused,
shot he was wanting.
I do
Anyway, I'm sure
that?
you've got a better look of that lie.
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's
Again,
not
I
gonna cause any
mental
trouble.
myself
It's
out of the
looking good.
game all the time. I don't understand.
Even for the day.
Alright, so now we're going down the other side of the driving range. Again, a ridiculous amount of slow.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And
Time
it's
now for the
so
fourth shot.
it's so
3 behind
touchy
our
on
leader.
this, on the game, because I don't feel like I'm swinging very differently. But clearly something is off. Alright, we're
Not a
on,
bad approach that one up onto the green.
but once
Couple of putts
again,
from there, and that'll be a
I
pretty good
have
hole.
to make it now, and
This would be a great par putt if you can make this.
that'll be hard.
This one has eyes for the hole.
Alright, thank goodness.
There it is.
Alright, so
Now
I'm
3 strokes back after that hole.
saving myself.
Rich, this par 3 fifth really resembles a Donald Ross, an elevated green, and you miss anywhere, and you're going to struggle to make your 3.
Absolutely. Reminds me a lot of something you'd see at Pinehurst, where there really isn't a flat spot anywhere around the edges of this green. So a quality iron shot is a must on this par 3.
Alright, I'm going to try to get it to stop, because it's going to lose a couple yards with the height difference, but We got the wind blowing that gets us almost right to the hole, so this should work out. Again, assuming I can get a decent shot off the tee. Not
And
bad.
choosing the 8 iron
Not
here.
bad.
This one looks to be heading
All
towards
right.
the green.
So that
birdie
worked.
putt awaits.
With this putt,
A lot of movement
he'll
here.
tie Brooke.
A lot of movement here. Maybe.
Looking really
All
good,
right.
this one. Yes, they've made it. And with it, he moves to 1 under par.
All right, so
The
up
par
to
4-6
11th.
plenty to navigate here.
Only the longest players will be able to reach that fairway bunker down
These
the left
trees are not
It's about 300
making me
yards
happy.
off the tee. Most players want to hug the left-hand side as best they can as it opens up the green for the second shot. This is a wonderful par 4.
And another one of those.
Penny, what does that lie look like?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
2 wins so far this season.
Alright, well, let's see. It's very nice of them to say that, but certainly don't play like a 2-time winner. This is just a ugly, ugly start to this round,
And
to
now
this
over
event.
to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been so tight.
I wonder what
She's
pros say to
tied
each other when
here
something
with
like
her
that's going
rival.
on, when one's
And
just
can she
falling
pull
apart.
ahead now?
Ooh,
Let's get back to it, shall we?
that was not a great shot for her.
Sitting
Usually
at
they
1
don't.
under the card, just
Usually
on the
they
fringe of
don't
the top
show crazy shots like that. Alright, so let's see. Relatively straight. Hopefully this will be good. Ah, further over, but that's the slow on the swing.
10. There's a putt of about 6 feet coming up.
Goodness.
Looks
Make
good off
it,
the blade.
make it. Alright,
Well, at least it wasn't a double.
exactly.
And with that, he's back to
So,
even.
sadly, my
Not much
gain
happening,
one,
moving
lose
down
one.
the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Alright, straight on wind. Thank goodness.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
Ah, really?
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Alright. So, it's gonna blow 12 yards, and then it's gonna roll some. It should be okay. Well, but I'm losing 24 yards, so now that I see that, do I want to go? Let's try that. Alright, a decent hit. Oh, bad bounce.
Why don't we
But-
catch up with Brooke Henderson?
But
She's
at least
currently
it stayed
one
out of the
stroke
bunker.
better than her rival and playing partner today.
Wow, from a dodgy lie reach, how
Oh,
special
boy.
is that? Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. And here we are with the third shot.
Those always
Just
get
3 strokes
so
back.
frustrating. This has got to be, like, really pulling over. Let's say up there. Hopefully this will be good. Kind of in the vicinity, but a little further over than I thought.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
How's this gonna go? Pretty straight
that was
swing.
Such a good stroke.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
right by the hole. Putting for par.
I deserve that one. Come
Yeah,
on.
that puddle drop. Well done. The 8th is a short par 4, measuring just 360 yards, Rich. Decision to go for it or just to lay it back?
I like going for it 8 days a week, twice on Sunday, as you well know, Luke. So I'm going to go ahead, take out driver, and give her a whirl. Hopefully avoiding the trees over on the right-hand side. Want to hit it over in the left-hand bunker or just shy of it, setting up a very simple pitch shot.
All right. We're going to go with this. Again, another I'm just definitely in that nervous state now, which probably is going to make my play worse. Every time I pull that driver back, I'm like, am I going to get a solid connection, or am I going to choke again? Alright, the wind's going to blow me over. Then we're going to go 5. Just that pin position is tricky.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Chance to get
Interesting.
one under the card with this putt.
This is what
See
they
how
have
this
left for birdie
goes.
here.
That was a gallant
A
attempt.
little too far. This could be bad.
That's a disappointing
Alright,
par in the
cool.
end after such a terrific shot in.
That little
Trailing by
dude,
5 shots after that hole.
little dude hitting the
opening
ball is
nine finishes
interesting.
with a par 3, Rich, around 200 yards.
A strong hole indeed. Not much to this green, slightly downhill. Green is fairly flat until you get to the back left portion of it. There it starts running away from you awfully quickly. Anywhere in the right center of the green is a gorgeous tee shot.
Alright, let's see how we can pull this off.
Going with the 4-iron here.
Alright, well, we got a
Needs
perfect.
this one to kick right.
Alright.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
Hmm.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a
Not
good one.
enough. Again,
Ooh.
needed another
Ooh, this would be a good one to make.
another
It's for
few
par.
more degrees to make it clear.
Drops, and we're moving on. And now over to Brooke Henderson's
Is
next
she gonna
shot.
make this?
Terrific
Ah.
shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? So
See,
after
she's
that
being
effort, let's have a look at the
what I call a
contenders
little too
and the
pro of a
contenders.
pro.
Early days, Rich, only 9 holes into this event, but nothing separates our two rivals.
Nothing at all. Pretty evenly matched so far, Luke. It's early in this event, so looking forward to seeing which one of these players will get those bragging rights when this is all over.
Yeah, they tend to always have a comment on the 10th versus description of the hole, which is always interesting. A comment isn't necessarily interesting, it's just interesting that that's how it works,
And what
because
are we
it's like
looking
we
at
never
here,
get a
Vinny?
description of the
Set out here
10th.
from about 165 yards.
Alright, so let's say 9 back, 162. So let me pull this back a bit. Looks pretty flat.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Decent, decent.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival.
Alright, so
Can she
she's
pull
got a
ahead
par.
now?
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Brooke Henderson. This rivalry could get interesting here.
Just because of the distance, I want to give it enough. Come on, it's not going to move.
Just didn't drop.
Unbelievable.
Putting for a par here. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. The 11th is the longest of the par 3s on the course, Rich. Another strong one around 230 yards.
Another long par 3 on the PGA Tour. It gets annoying after a while saying it, doesn't it, Luke? And I can promise you as a former player, it was annoying to play them as well. Just be sure not to take too much club on this par 3 and hit it long, as this green tilts from back to front at a pretty good clip.
Alright, my big concern is we're back in tree line land again.
Looks like they've
All
got
right.
the 5-wood.
Well, are we on? We are.
And
All
hitting
right.
yet another green here today.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar, Luke. The greens and regulars, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Oh, I thought it was going
And
to go
with that
by.
lovely play, they're now ahead of their rival.
Oh, I
It's
would have
getting
been
serious,
so
isn't
disappointed.
it? Now 5 strokes behind. The 12th hole, Rich, a good
Wow.
test, particularly with a tee shot.
It is
Nice
a demanding
wind.
tee shot here. Want to avoid that fairway bunker. To carry it, it's about 300 yards. Should you get past it, you'll have a mid-iron into this par 4 that you'd love dearly to make par on.
The wind. I need the wind. Where is the wind? Unbelievable.
That's a heavy lie this player
Should
has
have moved
drawn.
me over some. Wow. Alright. Well, not going to get very far here, so we'll do what we can. See how close we can get. Alright, not a bad landing.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Hard
Let's
to
see,
control
can
the
I do
distance
my
when you're coming out of
flop?
the rough.
I can do my flop, so it's going to lose 2 yards. It's going to put me at 37. So if I do this, let's see, it's kind of flat. Alright, not bad.
What's in front of them, Henny?
A little
with this
further than I would have
Setting up this putt
liked.
14 feet from the cup.
One? Hey, nice looking line.
Ah,
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And now over to
So,
Brooke
once
Henderson's
again,
next shot.
It's been so tight.
Just
She's
giving one up.
tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
oh boy, oh
Let's take a
boy.
look at the current standings.
She might be able to.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
No, we're still both even.
The par 4 13th is a short one, measuring just 385 yards, Ridge. Are you expecting players to go after this?
A few of them will, but I'm not too sure I like that play. Players basically want to lay it up down the left-hand side, but don't get clumsy and knock it in those fairway bunkers. Anything out to the left-hand side is going to set up a very short wedge shot for their second. All the players will be thinking about making birdie on this par 4.
Alright. I'm counting on this wind not being insane since it wasn't on the last hole.
Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to
Yeah.
get something going here today.
Not terrible, but not
Yeah, give
great.
yourself a pat on the back. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
The wind is at their back on this one.
Alright, that should move me kind of right up near the hole. Alright, decent stroke, but oh, I did not
Lovely shot.
put a
Maybe
little
the
bit of
inside
spin on it, but I
range there.
didn't expect any back.
Today, this for another.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
Maybe? Nope.
Oh, just missed. This is a par putt. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
It's
I
been
cannot
so
catch a
tight.
break
She's
on these.
tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Alright. She
Well, that's gonna
cannot.
have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
It's not Tiger
Just 4
Woods.
holes remain
I'm
in the
surprised.
round here, and there's some birdie opportunities starting with the par 5 14th.
Yes, at 560 yards, you just want to make sure you avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. From there, most players will be able to go for this green in 2 that is surrounded by water on the front and 2 deep bunkers over there on the right-hand side. It's a wonderful opportunity to get some confidence over the last 4 holes by knocking it on in 2.
Alright, let's see how we can play this one. Alright. Decent.
That was wonderfully done. Time for the second shot at the 14th.
Alright. So this is where it gets interesting. So 13's going to move it to, say, 221. Goodness. Or 231. So what I'm trying to figure out here. 231 is there. Alright, I really can't. Alright, let me do the 3-wood with this. This is a tough one, that's for sure. Anything weird here? No. I should be okay. Alright. A little bit more of a
Well,
roll
that's
back.
showcasing their power there, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Can I? Can I get lucky? Nope.
That's frustrating.
But
a
hopefully we
4-footer
can
remaining.
sink this.
That's inside the range.
All right.
And he dances his
Top
way to the
10.
top 10 after that delightful shot. Rich, the 15th, a great little short par 3. Really only a wedge off the tee, but gee, you need to be deadly accurate.
That you do. Just 150 yards from the back tee, and again, a signature design by Donald Ross, where everything on the edge of the green funnels away from it and down into a couple of bunkers, left and right, one short and nothing in the back. Still, with just a wedge in your hand, players must be thinking birdie.
All right. Let's see if we can capitalize here. Oh boy.
Here.
Oh boy.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
I don't know what
Not
that
taking
was.
enough club to get it there.
It was a disaster is what it was, but alright, if I do a flop, whoops. Alright, so I'm gonna lose, again that would put me at 30 if I'm at the full distance, because I'm gonna lose 75%. So if I just back it off a bit, in theory that should be where I want to be. It rolled further than I wanted, though. Oh boy. This way? Maybe. Oh, not that straight, but maybe enough. Alright.
He's currently tied for 10th.
So are we... Okay, Brooke came up with
All right,
me.
Rich, a couple of strong par 4s remain, starting right here at 16.
16 is a wonderful par 4, very difficult driving hole. You must keep it out of those 3 bunkers that dot both the right and left-hand side of the fairway. From there, you're going to have a second shot that's fairly flat into, funny enough, a fairly flat green as well. Still, players are looking to make a solid 4 here. Nothing worse.
All right, we're at the Rocket Mortgage Pond. Other than it being interesting, nothing really important about that. But
From around 180 yards out. 5 shots off the base.
all right, so this should move me over, be back a couple yards. I'm going to pull this back a bit and try to stop it from rolling off the back on top of that.
Opting for the
All
far
right,
line.
a decent shot.
Yeah, well
All
played.
right.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Birdied their last hole.
Oh, almost went in.
Crazy.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Short game has been
So yeah, there was
absolutely
like
fantastic
a
today.
tent or a walkway to the 16th or something. I saw it said, oh, this is 16, never mind. So I don't know what that was. Maybe it was just a marker to tell us, but as I was making that last shot, I saw it. Oh,
Oh, so close.
I knew it was too
Last
hard,
3
but
feet
then
to
it
the
wasn't moving
This is what
either.
they have left for par.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole.
Oh boy.
The last of the real scoring holes comes here at the penultimate hole, the 17th, the par 5, stretching at 575 yards.
Most players will be able to get it over the fairway bunker down the left-hand side, some 275 yards off the tee. And from there, it's a pretty straightforward second shot with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood. Those who like to lay up have to be mindful of the fairway bunker down the left-hand side. You can't get careless and knock it in there. Anywhere up and around the green, though, with your second shot, you should have a good opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
Alright, so my biggest challenge is with my distance that I can hit here. If the wind doesn't blow me off of the bunker, I'm basically shooting right for it.
Now they've sliced that one.
Oh my goodness, and if I just do that, it doesn't really matter.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, time's out by 10. This is nasty.
That got caught up in a few of the branches.
Oh boy.
Sitting at -1. Trying to crack into the top 10.
I was like, am I going to end up in there again?
5 shots off the lead.
Not sure that a flop will get me. Well, it will. So, I'm laying there pretty well. I'm going to force that to roll a bit. Hopefully I won't regret it. Oi, oi, oi. Well, the roll helped for
And
sure.
this putt coming up for his par.
I think I'm not... I mean, this will be sheer luck if I make it, but...
Oh, just missed the par. That'll be a drop shot on this hole.
Yep.
And down it goes. Let's
Bad
head to the
tee
next.
shot always does not
What do we catch up
bode
with?
well.
Brooke Henderson.
You can make things
She's
up
looking
easier
good.
with
She's
other
currently
things.
1 ahead of her rival
Yep,
today.
she is doing
After
that.
effort, let's take a look at how it stands. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
So there's that pond I
Finishing
was
hole
next
reached
to
an
a
all-hole
little
classic.
while
It is
ago.
definitely that. Players are going to want to aim out to the right-hand side, away from the bunker and the water that is down the left-hand side. And from there, they're going to go in with a short to middle iron for their second to a green that tilts pretty significantly from back to front. This truly is a wonderful finishing hole.
All right. So yeah, what I was saying is it's easier to make up
And Henny, what's he
poor
looking at here?
shots that are
He's
made
got,
later, I
I'd say a
think.
solid 145 here.
All right, so that would move me to 150. We're down a yard, 149. Okay, so I've got to do this and then play with it here. Pretty flat lie, so that should be all right.
Chosen the pitching wedge
All
here.
right, decent
Oh, I guess
shot.
they're seeing something I'm not. They're going with less club here. Interesting.
Lining up the birdie putt here.
Good
Rolling
stroke.
end over
All
end.
right.
This putt's looking great.
So
And
1
another
under for the round.
safely in the books.
Not bad. Let's see, how'd
So,
Brooke end up?
after a pretty decent opening round, Rich, this player still finds themselves a
All
fair
right,
off the pace.
she might be
They
even,
are
so I might
definitely
be
a fair
ahead of
off
her.
pace, but listen, you can't go out there and play like they did today against this world-class field and expect to finish anything where they did.
Another
I mean, it's just
legendary
an okay
fitting.
round of golf, and it's
And I
yours.
need fittings for
Well, that just
my
about concludes our
putter,
coverage.
so
On behalf of Rich
that
Beam,
might
I'm
be
Luke Helvey. Thanks for
a good
tuning
one.
in. We'll see you tomorrow.
all right. So again, a decent start. Obviously the main goal is to make the cut. Secondary goal is try to defeat this rival. I'll see you next time. We'll see how that all goes.